Today is November 17, 1998. Welcome to Journal. I am Rosabel Castillo together with Julie Quano bringing you the day's top news stories. The headlines. China offers the joint use of the structures on Miss Kitchie. Agriculture Secretary William Dar warns of a definite sugar shortage next year. Kidnapped Italian priest with China Benedicto is finally released.
In our news overseas, airstrikes are averted as Iraq resumes cooperation with the United Nations. In our entertainment news, girl power reigns supreme at the MTV Europe Music Awards. In sports, Steffi Graf proves she still has it, and a feature on the new generation.
Now for the details. China is willing to share with the Philippines the new structures built in the Mischief Reef. Estrada is now in his way to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for the new structures built in Mischief Reef. The Chinese offer was made by Chinese Foreign Minister Tan Guan in the meeting with Foreign Secretary Domingo Shazon at the Shangri-La Hotel, Kuala Lumpur. Shazon told his Chinese counterpart that the Philippines would still have to study the conditions and timing of the joint feud. They then agreed to establish more confidence-building measures and to form an expert group. In a news briefing, Shazon suggested that China move the structures to another island they have occupied outside their 200-mile economic zone, or remove the new structures and just use the old one. According to Xiazon, the Chinese made special effort at explaining that the structures, although big, are really for fishermen and are part of the structure are just temporary. Meantime, Xiazon says that during President Estrada's meeting with President Jiang Zemin tomorrow morning, the two leaders are expected to agree to maintain the agreement of former President Fidel Ramos and President Jiang to resolve the issue regarding the Mischief Reef. They hope that the Mischief Reef rift would not get in the way of the development of normal relations between the Philippines and China. Agricultural Secretary William Dar warned about the pending shortfall of 500,000 metric tons of sugar in 1999. The predicted shortage is substantially higher than this year's 350,000 metric ton figure. Dar said that the factors other than the alleged three-tiered cartel controlling the industry are to be blamed when this crisis happens. The Philippines is one of the lowest producers of sugar in the world. The country's sugar yield only reaches 4.9 tons of sugar per hectare compared to the 6.7-ton international average. The government would need to budget 40 billion pesos for a 5-year rehabilitation and modernization of the local industry. For the past 7 years, only 10 billion pesos has been infused by the government. This amount is not enough to help alleviate the industry to satisfy the demand for the product.
Italian priest Luciano Benedetti was finally flown home to Manila this morning after having been released last night. Benedetti was fetched in Barangay Ricodo by government representatives led by Presidential Advisor on Flagship Project Roberto Bentajado, Philippine Anti-Organized Crime Task Force Chief Panfilo Lacson, and Maguindanao Governor Zacarias Candao. He was met at the Villamor Air Base in Pasay City by the National Defense Secretary Orlando Mercado and military officials led by General Joselina Nazareno, AFP Chief of Staff, and the Ambassador of Italy to the Philippines, Graciela Simbolotti. The 54-year-old Benedetti said he was never harassed, although he was given a limited food to eat by his captors, allegedly members of the MILF lost command. The Italian priest who was abducted last September 8 did not pay any ransom money to his captors. He will later fly this week to Italy to visit his relatives there. Benedetti expressed his willingness to return to the Philippines after his visit to Italy.